guys, it's Andy, and today's video is going to be an extremely overdue video because I haven't been filming. Like, I took a break for an entire year, so I completely missed out on like filming fun first impressions for you guys. So 6 months later, we are reviewing the silicone sponge. So even though there have been like a million videos on this sponge by now, if you guys want to see me make a fool of myself and test this out, then you can just go ahead and keep watching. So the sponge I'm going to be testing out today is actually not from like the Silisponge brand. It's from the Creme Shop, and it smells like coffee, which I think is really cool. I have washed it and I got it for $5 at TJ Maxx. The only difference I can really see from this and the Silisponge without actually having them in my hands is that the Silisponge is kind of more, it's thicker and it's more like ovular. This one is obviously a circle, it's a little bit flatter, but it's basically the same concept, so I figured you guys wouldn't care and I could still test it out for you because I've been wanting to know how these perform. I'm not sure what I was saying. I already did my eye makeup and everything, so we're just going to go in with foundation. I'm going to take the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Silisponge on half of my face and then a beauty blender on the other half. And I just put it right on the little sponge thing, and I've heard to distribute you can swipe and then after that you tap. So I know these sponges are meant to like reduce the amount of product you waste by using like a sponge. It like product still clings to it, which is kind of gross. Weirdly enough, I feel like this foundation is not as full coverage as it is when I use a sponge. Is that supposed to happen? That's not supposed to happen, is it? Alright, that finish actually looks pretty good. I mean, it took way more foundation than it would for my beauty blender to. So now obviously I'm going to apply this half of my face with my beauty blender. The thing I like better with the beauty blender is that it doesn't distribute like equal amounts of product, if that makes sense. So like it conforms to the like crevices of your skin. Does that even make sense? What am I even saying? But like with the Silisponge, it just glides over everything. So if you have a portion where you have like fine lines right around here, it's going to cling to that and there's going to have like excess product, whereas with this one you can just kind of tap it away and it takes off any extra product, which I really like. Okay, so these are the two completed sides. I really can't tell that much of a difference besides the fact that this side I use the Silisponge on is kind of settling into my lines just slightly. You probably can't tell on camera, but I could tell just because I'm staring at my skin. Now let's go ahead and test it with concealer. So I'm really lazy, so I'm not going to color correct today because I have a feeling I'm probably just going to have to wipe this off anyways because I feel like that sponge will not perform well with concealer. Anyways, we're going to take the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. And again, this side's going to be Silisponge and this side's going to be the Beauty Blender. I love this concealer, you guys. It feels a lot like the Urban Decay Naked Skin one. Oh, this is awkward.
Audio Jungle.
I don't know if you guys can see that like right here, but it's literally like because the edges aren't flat and it's kind of like pinched, it's putting the weird like impressions on my eyes, which is exactly what I thought it would do. And I'm pretty sure it's not just the sponge. I'm pretty sure the Silisponge has that too from looking at videos. But this like is so awkwardly shaped. I don't know how you possibly get around your eye. Like when you squeeze it, a bunch of like wrinkles appear and like this is really difficult. I don't really think it's doing anything to blend it out. It's just like, okay, let's try a swiping motion, which I don't like to use under the eyes. But if it's gonna work. Again, it's doing the same thing I said it's doing with the foundation because it's not actually picking up excess product. It's putting a lot of product into those fine lines and wrinkles. And so my under eye looks absolutely awful. That's about as good as we're gonna get it. Yikes. Then Beauty Blender side is gonna be nice and easy, thank God. Alright guys, so this is okay for foundation. I don't like it the slightest for concealer. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup try to fix the situation. I will be right back. Okay, so I am back with my finished makeup. I tried my hardest to salvage the concealer that I did with the silicone sponge. Overall, I think this is a really cool idea, but I think there's a reason people went crazy about it for like a week and then stopped talking about it, stopped using it, and just went back to a beauty blender. It's a cool idea, but like it doesn't feel good on the face. It feels like you're just slapping yourself. When you try to get really in that eye area and you try to like squeeze it, all these wrinkles form and it's just horrendous underneath the eyes. I think it did okay along the face. I still like my beauty blender better, but overall, I keep dropping it. Overall, I give it like 2 out of 5 stars. I really don't recommend this. You can get so much better results from a beauty blender. Let me know what you guys think about it down below if you really like it. Maybe it was just because I didn't have the actual Silisponge, but I've just heard people not. I keep dropping it. Anyways, yeah, that is all I have for you guys in today's video. I love you and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Even though there have been a million more. Oh, I said that weird. So even there, what am I saying? So much better results for a beat from